Hello, I'm Raul Nalupta and I will now be answering the 20th statement in the list of questions that is provided for the extemporaneous speech. It is defined the successful role. For me, success is something that you have to define for yourself. It is something that you determine along the way in your life that once you achieve all of these, you will now be able to call yourself a successful person. So for me, there are two normal standards of success for most people. The first is a tangible sense of accomplishment. The second is the basic sense of fulfillment in your life. For me, a successful role is someone who has achieved a little bit of the mix of the both. The first is the tangible accomplishment. And this is divided for me also to three sub-standards. The first is career progression. I want to have to become the certified public accountant. I want to study accountancy in a school that I love and to be able to pass the board exams for those. I also want to study law and then be able to pass the bar exams to become a certified public accountant lawyer. So after that, I want to have a stable job. I want to rise to the ranks, gain the respect of my peers for the achievements, and in the end, I want to have gained the respect of my peers, my colleagues, and everyone around the world or around the country for the sense of achievement that I have achieved. Also, I want to gain maybe a little bit of popularity for the field of expertise that I am in. I want to have gained or achieved a lot of things in my life that in the end, I am now possibly a little popular but widely respected among my peers. Second is I want to have a good family. I want to have a loving wife and three possibly sons and daughters that are beautiful and handsome. I also want to become a dad who gave his sons and daughters the best possible upbringing in life so I can set them up for success in the future. Third may not be as necessary as the two, but I also want it in my life. I want to become as physically fit and as healthy as possible in my life. I want to achieve that so that I can go into the late 80s. I may not be as stoned as possible in the end, but I want to play basketball with my sons and daughters or whatever may come, sports activity. And I want to be able to do that in the end until possibly 60s. I don't want to be disabled in the end. So second is the sense of fulfillment. This one I get from my grandfather and father. They were both politicians in the past and their heart was close to the people. I may not necessarily be a politician, but I also want to serve the people. First is the advocacy. My grandfather was an advocate for the farmers. His heart was close to farmers. He sensed that they were the backbones of society. And my father was an advocate for the underpaid. They felt that the employees of the government were underpaid and unfairly compensated for their work. For me, I want to have a specific advocate also in my life in the end, and something that I will give my heart out to support. Also, I want to be able to be called the man who helped everyone in his path. I want to be able to help anyone and everyone that I can with all my heart and with all my efforts. I want to be remembered as the man who gave all of his best to help everyone in the end. And so the second part may not be achievable by a certain timeline. So I believe my level of success is something that I will not be able to achieve until towards the end of my life. And hopefully by then, at the end of my life, I want to be able to call myself a successful man because that's the only thing that I want to achieve in this world.